One more time for your host, Steven Roberts, everybody. Fabulous. I don't know about you guys, but I myself was raised in Vegas. You don't know. Being raised in Vegas can completely ruin Vegas for me. Like, I hate going to strip clubs and recognizing people from high school. Especially when they're teachers. That's why I just do basic shit, man. Like last weekend, I saw a scary movie. But it's hard for me to enjoy scary movies because I grew up poor, so I never pay attention to the scary parts. I just get distracted by how nice the house is. Think about it. You've never seen a ghost hunt a Section 8, ever. Every movie, someone's just getting murdered, and I'm like, well, those granite countertops. He's behind the gazebo. My girlfriend always asks me the same question. She goes, so babe, if we were in that situation, what would you do? And I go, well, we definitely wouldn't qualify for that house, don't worry about it. I mean, the only way this ghost is gonna get us is if he co-signs. Being straight up. People don't know, man. Dating broke is different. Like, you actually have to do shit like love each other. It's hard. I used to have to get payday loans just to go on dates. So if I said I had interest in you, I meant it. 319%. You better eat all this food, bitch. Have y'all ever just looked at yourself in the mirror and realized that you're never gonna have abs ever? Ever. I've tried everything. I've worked out, I've been keto, I've been poor. Nothing works. Nothing. Some of us are always gonna have a little bit of Lizzo, all right? A little bit. Baby, how you feeling? Kind of fat. Kind of chubby. But that's fine, because guess what? If you have abs and you get lost in the forest, you're gonna die. You're not. But when they find me, I'm gonna be alive and shredded. I'm gonna be the hottest guy in the local news. Mr. Blackshear, how'd you survive? Honestly, years of Wendy's. The 4 for 4 saved my life. It's crazy, man. People think you need to be in shape to have sex. No, you don't. Look around. All these people fuck. All of them. The door guy, he fucks. Okay? Even that guy you looked at and went, him too. It's universal, man. I'm sure some of you guys may have heard recently, the city of Las Vegas recently passed a ban pretty much making homelessness illegal, right? And the part that makes me mad is the city will abandon its own residents, but we give the Raiders a home. Really? Really? Stadium's already built, just put the homeless on the team. They're the Raiders. No one's gonna notice. This won't be the first time someone who had nowhere else to go went to the Raiders. Thank you. Thank you. It's fun, man. Before stand-up comedy, I actually used to be homeless. But even I understand why some people don't like giving change to homeless people, because some of them can be extremely rude. I was walking down the street and this homeless guy goes, excuse me, sir, do you have any change? And I go, sorry, man, I don't. And then he yells at me. He goes, that's fine. One day you'll be homeless. Like he was the ghost of homeless past or some shit. So I looked at him and I was like, hey man, I actually used to be homeless. And he goes, oh really? What's next? You gonna tell me to get a job? And I was like, no, I want you to be homeless forever. And I walked away. I don't care how promise you are, you use your inside voice when you talk to me. You do. Don't worry, they're not offended, we're inside. But being from Vegas, people always ask me about like my Vegas story. Vince, what's your craziest Vegas story? And I've learned all that means is, hey Vince, what's the stupidest shit you've ever done? And for me, that would be when I flooded 2 floors of the Hard Rock Hotel. Which sounds awesome till you have to pay for it. All I remember was waking up to the sound of a maintenance guy using an industrial vacuum. And I asked him, hey man, what happened? He goes, oh, you flooded 2 floors of the hotel. I was like, how did I flood another floor? And he goes, I don't know man, water's crazy. That's not an answer. That's not how answers work. Okay, if you had diabetes and you went, hey doc, how'd this happen? He went, I don't know man, sugar's crazy. You're fired. So this genius sends me downstairs, talks to security. I go to security, I'm like, hey man, I'm the guy that flooded the room. He goes, all right brother, you have to pay for all the damages. The total will be about $2,000. I was like, all right man, what if I don't have that money right now? And he goes, sir, I don't think you understand. If you don't pay for these damages, we can't let you leave the hotel. And I was like, no, I don't think you understand. I'm totally fine living here. My dad's been divorced. He told me the first time I lived under a hotel. Scary man. I will change my address to the Hard Rock. You don't know me. Guys, it's the end of my time. My name is Mr. Blackshear. Thanks so much.
I do love weed, but it's not a productive way to spend your time. I waste so much time when I smoke weed. I got high last week. I spent 4 hours Googling how tall different celebrities are. Got lost in that rabbit hole. I was watching Twins, because why wouldn't I be watching Twins in 2019? I started thinking, how tall is that gremlin Danny DeVito? I jumped on Google, DeVito's 4'9". That shit was jarring. Then I thought, how tall is his Twins co-star Schwarzenegger? Got right back on Google, Arnie, 6'3". 4 hours later, I had Googled every celebrity you could imagine, no matter how obscure. So I started thinking, I wonder if Google knows how tall I am. So I typed in, how tall is John Hilder? And Google said, are you sure you don't mean who was John Hilder? Got put in my place by a search engine. I gotta get off the internet, man. I'm seeing shit on there that's just fucking with me. Not even like hardcore porn, just the news, random shit. The one thing on Twitter I saw recently that really messed with me, I don't know if you might, it's a little bit like a month ago. This girl went to a grocery store, licked some ice cream, and put it right back into the freezer. That was fucked up. But I was high, so the copycat killer in me came out. I'm like, what can I do? How can I ruin someone's day like this, but not make them physically ill? So I came with something devious, and this is really fucked up. Go to a toy store. Take one piece out of every puzzle. You will ruin marriages. You have no idea the havoc you will cause with that one piece at a bed and breakfast in Vermont. Some shit's gonna go down. 2 people trying to salvage their marriage, fighting over the last piece. Yeah, I know you have it! It will get violent. Internet's a dark place, man. I've been trying to meet people online. I've been on Tinder, which is, if you don't know that website, it's a very interesting website where you swipe one way on a picture to have sex with that picture and one way not to fuck that picture. It's as simple as that. But people do write bios about themselves. They write information, and I read the bios because I want to learn about people. And what I learned is I'm stupid. Every other girl on Tinder calls herself a sapiosexual. I didn't know what the fuck that meant, but I kept swiping right. What's the worst it could be? Hope it doesn't sting. Penicillin cures most things. It probably cures whatever the fuck sapiosexual is. Then I'm like, you know what? It's most women, so I gotta know what it is in case it's really fucked up. So I Googled it. I Googled, what does sapiosexual mean? And it means a person who is attracted to intelligence. So if you are sapiosexual, the fact that I had to Google that definition makes me very unattractive right now. Because these people don't just love intelligence, they despise stupidity. These are the people who, if you use the wrong spelling of there in a text, they will never text you back. They might write "you're dead" to me and make sure "you're" is spelled right, but that's the last time you'll hear from them. I've been that guy. My mom's an English major, but you know what? If you're willing to fuck me, you can misspell anything. I will let it slide in that moment. If a girl texts me something like, "John, I'm gonna come over and suck your dick until the sun comes up," but she spells "your" Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. Of course I'm disappointed. But I'm still texting right back, "Get your ass over here as fast as you can." But I'm spelling "your" Y-O-U-R in all caps because that is a teachable moment. Never squander a teachable moment. I did not excel in school. I dropped out 3 times. Just very rare to drop out 3 times. I pulled that shit off. First time I was in 9th grade, and it's because my teacher tried to fuck me. It sounds weird, but it wasn't even a guy. It was actually an attractive woman, but I was so uncomfortable, I never went back to school. And people as adults like, "You fucking idiot. Why don't you go for it, you pussy?" Because I was homeschooled. I want the A, but not that. No, thank you. Yes. Oh, man. I'm not rich at all. These shoes came on a hanger. You ever buy hanger shoes? That is some rock bottom shit when your shoes hang. Initially, I never knew that you could hang a shoe. That defies everything I was ever taught about gravity in shoes. But somehow the wizards at Walmart found a way to hang a shoe. So I paid my $7.88 and I bought my Faded Glory shoes. And I'm not being cute at all when I say Faded Glory. That is the name of the Walmart store brand of clothing. And my God, did they nail it. Has there ever been a more appropriate name in the history of clothing? If you're buying your entire wardrobe at Walmart, your glory has long since faded. It's just a fact. Even though I'm poor, I try to give back when and where I can, even if it's just a little bit. As I left Walmart, I gave a homeless guy my change. It was like 38 cents. I'm like, you know what? I tried, I helped, I'm a good person. Then the guy next to me goes, "Why'd you do that? You're not helping him. You're gonna spend that money on drugs and booze." I'm like, really? 38 cents? If this guy can turn 38 cents into a rock of crack and a bottle of vodka, good for him. Like, how are you homeless and that good with money? You are a tough nut to crack. And being poor ruins the holidays. My birthday was last week. I was excited about it because I thought I'd get a lot of good presents, which, by all I mean by it, I wanted cash. If you're poor, the only gift you want is cash. But people kept giving me stuff. And I hate stuff because I can't buy weed with stuff. My mom got me a scented candle. What a horrible gift. And this candle smelled like chocolate chip cookies. I could not afford to buy dinner. My mom gave me the smell of dessert. Like, you know what else smells like cookies, Mom? Actual cookies, you monster. She's a bad cookie monster. Didn't know that was possible. She turns 75 next week. 75 is a big birthday. As a son, you want to get your mom the perfect gift for that one. But she's impossible to buy gifts for. Every year, she says, "Don't even waste your time or your money, son, because all I want is your love and maybe a card." But she's full of shit. She wants stuff. What she does, she buys herself the one thing she wanted all year, so I can't get it. This year, she already got herself a gift I cannot top. And it's so cute, I can't complain. It's a personalized license plate for the car she should no longer be driving. And it says 3GR8 KDZ. 3 great kids. That's sweet. My mom has 7 children. Her own plate says more than half of us suck. It is very specific, and I did not make the plate. I am not top 3 material. There's no fucking way. I know that about myself. My mom calls me every Sunday, which I love hearing from her, except that she calls me exclusively from the bathroom. I swear, every time she calls me, she's on a toilet. I don't know what it is that makes her think in that moment, I should really call my son. I have this image of her on the toilet getting ready to let loose. She thinks to herself, you know what? I should really call another piece of shit I created. Oh, she's adorable. I love going on the road for comedy. I like to bring my dog when I can. But it's hard because not every hotel is pet friendly, but some are very pet friendly. In Minnesota a little while ago, I saw a hotel that said, your pet stays for free. So I put it under his name and crashed with my dog. Nice little workaround they didn't know. Minnesota was a fun show. After the show, a girl came back to the hotel. We got to second base. That's where you're looking at tip. If you weren't sure about the bases. But what I found out this cold night in Minnesota is that much like a snowflake, no two boobs are created equal. Not even on the same woman. This young Duluthian had two wildly different tits. They looked so, they didn't belong on the same person. Looked like her tits got in a car crash, only one airbag deployed. It was fucking weird. But when you see that, you can't just lick one or you're an asshole. She took off her shit like, oh, I gotta put both of those in my mouth, don't I? I gotta put them both in, or I'm a dick. So obviously, I start on the good one. Just to get myself ready. I'm burying my face in this thing, like, oh, you're so good. All the while peering out of my right eye at this one, like, I know I gotta deal with you soon. Just let me enjoy this as long as I can. So an hour and a half later, I moved to this one. I'm ready now. This one's pruny. I gotta move over to this one. I did not lick them the same way either. I did not treat them equally. I wanted to, but I didn't. The good one, I licked it like it was an ice cream cone covered in cocaine. But the bad one is like I was testing a 9-volt battery. I was like, still got juice. Can I go back to that one? Fuck. It was horrific.
Applause for Sherry. Make some noise for Sherry, everybody. Let me round of applause for Champagnes for putting on this cause. Make some noise for Don. Make some noise for Don. Make some noise for yourselves for participating in social distancing. I was contacted a few days ago about this show, and who wouldn't do a show for a cause, right? You know what my cause was? My cause was to get out the house. Because during the pandemic, me and my wife, we got caught up in a situation that some people didn't have to go through. It was disappointing for us. We were actually quarantined with some people that really brought our lives down, and I'm just happy to be out here. Our kids. Any other parents in here tonight hiding out, or people that had sex without protection? Therefore, is the outcome you be facing for the rest of your life on God's green earth. Are you here? Yeah. Parents, do you have a favorite child at home? Woo! That's a brave and honest person, and I'm glad she said that. Don't be offended that she actually cheered. You know why? Because that was an honest parent. That was an honest parent response. Because if you ask your kids that same question, they will tell you they do have a favorite parent. And if you shake your head like, nope, not at my house, guess what? You're not the favorite parent. It didn't take a pandemic for me to find out that my kids didn't care about me. I found out three years ago. Christmas time. Through the subtlety of a Christmas gift. My 13-year-old at the time, Cameron, she gave me a pair of socks. I know you're thinking, Chris, wow, that's pretty hard. You're going to shame a 13-year-old for giving you a pair of socks for Christmas? Yeah. A regular pair of socks. These were diabetic socks. And let me give you a little character backstory on me. I don't have diabetes. It was never in my family. I said, Cameron, what's going on with these socks? They say diabetic socks. And she was like, oh yeah, I wanted to go get some Jason Mraz tickets, and I didn't have enough money to get you the energy socks, so I just got you those. Those are just the same. You can just grow into them. I used to think we were connected. And I was like, excuse me, you don't grow into diabetes. That's a dumbass statement. I'm not your real father. And that's the last time I said I had a favorite child. You know what I say now? I have a most interesting child. And that happens to be my second born, my first boy. His name is Chris Shaw, just like my name is Chris Shaw, except I'm not a senior. He's not a junior. I'm Chris Shaw, and he's Chris Shaw too. Yeah, not T-W-O, it's T-O-O, but we pronounce it also. This is a pretty smart crowd. I like you guys so much. I never had so much fun in a backwards L-shaped room. You guys are setting the bar. And if any other backward L-shaped rooms try to laugh, I'm like, nope, not like champagnes. I don't feel this energy. You know what I enjoy right now? The after pandemic, are we still riding? Y'all?
That's a good question.
Okay, I didn't know. I haven't been watching the news too much. This whole thing going on. I like the instant response that older white people are following. You know, everybody's doing their part, right? Social distancing. You go into casinos, they're checking the temperatures of people. I go in the grocery stores here, and older white people are checking the temperature of black people. They're asking me, "How are you doing today?" I'm like, "I'm totally fine." It was weird that you asked that. I never thought you'd ask me a question like that, older white person. Just going the wrong way down a one-way aisle. Get your cart together. But I enjoy it, man. I just think we need to really step it up a little bit. If you really want to help black people out, let's go back to the beginning and let's start with that 40 acres and a mule. I'm still waiting for that shit because I can do some things with carrots that. Alright, this is not a salad crowd. You know what this feels like? Your up and down laughter, this feels like a prejudice crowd. You see, the energy just changed. And that's because you guys been locked up so long, you forgot what words mean. I didn't say the R word, I said prejudice, and that's a whole nother level. And everybody in this room, believe it or not, has a prejudice against something. Now, pretty much just means you prejudge things before you even know how it works. Like I'm sure when I was introduced up here by Sherry, nobody in this audience considered the fact that I was an avid bird watcher. Yeah, and all that means is I'm watching construction of new Popeye's chicken across the street from my house. I love those biscuits. I'm prejudiced when it comes to food. Sometimes I'll be around food because of the color. Yeah, because of the smell. Sometimes I don't have anything to do with the food because the way it's spelled. Lasagna. What's up with the solid G? You know what? Never mind. That looks real shady. Guess what? I don't trust noodles. Alright, that's a little too heavy for this crowd. It's your first time out. I honor that silent G in the word lasagna. I'm just glad it's not silent G in the words Angus beef. We have some spellers out here tonight. You know what? This is a surprise for everybody. I'm so glad it's warm weather outside. I miss my balls sticking to my leg. You know what I mean? I just gotten used to pure energy of Vegas. I'm from a much colder place, Indiana. Indiana used to get so cold, sometimes I would close my eyes at nighttime and travel to a nice warm place. And if I can afford to do so, I will physically go there. Eventually I did. I took a trip to the Bahamas. Stayed at the beautiful Atlantis Resort. Now, anytime you bring up the Caribbean, people always have the same questions. Is the weather perfect? Pretty much. Is the water crystal clear? All the way to the bottom. Alright, how about the sand? Is it white? White as a ghost. Alright, Chris, enough about the scenery. We want to know a little something about the marine life. Okay, 10 white people plus service people. I'll let you know everything you want to know about my great snorkeling adventures. I saw some sea turtles, seahorses, stingray, coral, peanut butter, jellyfish. It's a new species. They cut the corners off. I'm like, that is so tropical. I like 3 of those separate bags plus receipt. This place is full of magic. On the way out the door, I saw a lady. She has 6 toes on 1 foot. Yeah, I'm not into sci-fi either, unless it's Shark Week. But this is a crazy story this time. Because it wasn't 6 toes all in a row like you'd expect to see. She had one that was upper deck in the cheap seats. In the sports world, they call those scalper tickets. It looked like an apostrophe for other toes. It was disgusting. Hella confusing. She was good at picking up socks. Lady, she painted 6 toenails. I'm sorry, that was nasty, right? That was vulgar. Vulgar and unnecessary. Do you paint a 6 toenail, you have 6 toes, or do you just paint the whole toe camouflage? I can't believe we laughed at this girl in this dark room with a strobing light, and she's not even here to defend herself. You know what they would call us in this era right now for laughing or something like that? They'd be like, you guys in here tonight, champagnes, you guys are all bullies, and you're immature. And they would be right. They most certainly would. I'm no different than anybody else in here because I didn't bother to get her name. I just call her Tonisha. Thank you. Name that joke is Footnotes. This is a nice crowd. I can't stay up here too much longer. I have to actually go back and start watching some kids. Not my kids. I'm actually going to a community center. I'll just pick out some future Hall of Famers, pitch my coaching thing to them and see if they go for it. You know, I need to change my career. I don't know how long this joke thing is going to go. You know, one day you're performing in a backwards L-shaped room, and the next day, nothing. You know what I mean? Sometimes capital L is as big as it gets. I miss holidays. That's what I miss about this pandemic. We skipped over a bunch of things that I wasn't prepared for. Like my favorite season, tax season. I love tax season. That's the only time of year you ever get to see crackheads dressed up like the Statue of Liberty. Thank you, Liberty Tax Service. Hell of a reminder. Different holidays for different people. Christmas is known as giving season. We love to make children happy during Christmas. Every year it gets more commercial, but we still participate anyway. Fellas, during this quiet time, I've done some research on ladies. I figured out one thing. I don't understand them. But I do know one character trait. Ladies love holidays. They can feel like they've been appreciated because it makes them feel warm and fuzzy inside. Simple creatures. Holidays like Mother's Day and Valentine's Day. And I think coming around for 2021, we need to get rid of Mother's Day and Valentine's Day. Right? Okay, I just lost the crowd. That was going to be the big closer. Right, fellas?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, because every day should be Mother's Day and Valentine's Day. Right, ladies? That's what I'm talking about. You're opening up and it's a surprise in the middle. But enough with all that banter. This real message is about the fellas on the back end. I gotta look out for the fellas. We need a holiday for us. They have one, but they don't put too much into the marketing. It's called Steak and Blowjobs Day. It was March 14th. How about that? Did you put it on your calendar? Did you get an alert? This would be traced way back to late 1800s in the basement of a courthouse in Salem, Oregon.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, thank you, Pastor. But if you put some snow peas and carrots on the side, still not my favorite holiday. My favorite holiday was 2 years ago. It's Halloween. Because me and my wife, we took first place in the costume contest. We won $500 cash money and this big trophy, which is now at the Goodwill store in Dayton, Ohio. It was too big. I usually don't like Halloween contests. It seems like the people you didn't gonna win never come close. A friend of mine told me, Chris, you have it all wrong, because Halloween contest is not even about the costume. It's about getting in the character and making people believe that that's who you are. So that's what we did. I went as a caveman. Yeah, I know what you sitting there thinking, Geico caveman. No, I went way back in time. To the beginning, to the original caveman, Captain Caveman. That's right, my wife, she went as a cave woman. So we got in the character, and I drug her by here, and I beat her with a stick in front of everybody. And that's how you win $500 for the costume contest. Ooh. I can't believe my big laugh is me beating my wife with a stick. This is supposed to be a fundraiser. What kind of... But the unique thing about that was you can separate me from that person. You know I was just joking, right? You could have took any celebrity you want to, put them in that same story, and I can tell from your response you wouldn't show them near as much love as you just showed me, because that wouldn't have been too funny if I was Chris Brown. Yeah, see the shift in energy right there? I'm Brown Chris. If I was Chris Brown, I'd change a stick to an umbrella. Ella. Hey. Oh, we got some Canadians in the house. Thank you guys. Have a good night. God bless.
How's it going, everybody? I'm going to play you guys a little bit of music. This first song is what I think Marvin Gaye's I Heard It Through the Grapevine would sound like if it were written today in the computer age, because you just don't hear about things through the grapevine anymore. So here we go. Oh, I bet you're wondering how I knew about your plans to make me blue. Well, you left your Facebook page logged in, and what I saw I couldn't comprehend. You poked some other guy that you knew before. How could I have known you were a Facebook whore? You commented on his wall with a smiley face, and then you checked in at his place. But don't you know I heard it through Facebook that not much longer would your relationship status say you're in a relationship? No, I heard it through Facebook. And I'm just about to post your nudes online and show all of my friends. Thank you. This next song is a guilty pleasure of mine. It's Drops of Jupiter by Train. But I always felt that they missed a really great opportunity. If they had just done a couple fact checks, the song could have been both beautiful and informative. So here we go. Now she's back in the atmosphere with drops of Jupiter in her hair. Jupiter's atmosphere is primarily made of hydrogen, helium, ammonia, and methane. And that's not good to have in your hair. Her hair is falling out everywhere. And how she's alive is a mystery to me, because on Jupiter there isn't any oxygen to breathe. And she'd be crushed by 50 to 100 million times regular atmospheric pressure on Earth. But anyways, tell me, did you sail across the sun? And did you make it to the Milky Way? Well, if you're within 25,000 light years of the sun, you're inside of the Milky Way. And tell me, when you sailed across the sun, did you burst into flames? Because the surface temperature is 5,778 degrees on the Kelvin scale, which is pretty much hot enough to incinerate almost anything, with the exception of a few high boiling point metals such as tungsten and also the Incredible Hulk. Na 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 na. Did you fall for a shooting star? Because if you did, you actually fell for a meteor that was burning up upon entry into the Earth's atmosphere. Na 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 na. Everybody, na na na. Did you fall for a shooting star? Because if you did actually fall for a meteor that was burning up upon entry into the Earth's atmosphere. Good enough. Thank you guys, especially for your help on that last part. That was awesome. Yeah, I took 3 semesters of astronomy. Between the prices, the books, and the classes, I spent about $900. Or in other words, That song cost me $900 to write, and I still had to Google everything. So my advice to you all is save your money, just stay home, get high, and Google shit. That's my advice. They say in writing that you should write what you know. So this is a song about being in the friend zone. You're just a friend to me. She said, you're just a friend to me. I'm stuck in the friend zone. I'll never be nothing more, though with everyone else, you're a total whore. What the hell did I watch all those Twilight movies for? Tell me you're just a friend to me. You're just a friend to me. That's right, she said, you're just a platonic male friend to me. She said, you're a nice guy, I wish I'd meet someone like you. And yet you still fuck all these other dudes. And all I want is to just get my turn too. But you say you're just a friend to me. You're just a friend to me. God damn it, she said, you're just a friend to me. She said, if I'm still not married by the time I'm 43, then perhaps we could get married. Because apparently you would have to completely give up if you would ever fucking settle on me. Am I the only one who's been in that situation before? Because she said, you're just a friend to me. Got one last song for you all. This last song goes out to a very special somebody. It's about a very sexy subject matter, and it's called Secret Squirrel. I take you to the movies, I take you to dinner too, and when we get home, you know what we're gonna do. Our clothes come off as we enter the room, and I crawl up into bed next to you, and you've already fallen asleep. But I'm a man, and a man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. I could wake you up, but that would be rude. So I'm quietly masturbating in bed next to you. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. I'm sorry, but this is something I've gotta do. Because tonight, my balls are so blue. And this is something that you won't understand. So I'm staying as quiet as I can, making love to my hand. Because I love you, girl, yes I love you, girl. That's why I'm on this super secret mission, strangling secret squirrel. And my good time will keep going on just as long as you sleep tight. And it might be wrong, but it feels so good on my penis. Ooh, and you roll over to me and you say, look, I wasn't asleep, I just wasn't in the mood. If you have to that, can you please go to the other room? Well, that's okay, because I finished while you were saying that. Well, Thank you, everybody. I'm Darren Howard. Follow me on social media. Thank you.
Thank you. How's everyone feeling this evening? That's wonderful, considering, right? Yeah, right, considering, but we doing what we gotta do. Don't get alarmed, I'm not here on any Black Lives Matter movements or any shit like that, you know what I mean? I'm here for the breast cancer things because saving lives matters to me. That's what matters to me. 22 years as a stand-up comedian, and it's gotten very different very quickly. All of a sudden now, you know, all I can see is smiles nowadays. There you go, there's the smile. Right close to me. I gotta perform now like I just ordered a new face from Amazon and I just haven't opened it yet. You know what I mean? It's friggin' annoying, this pandemic thing. I'll be glad when it's over. Yeah, I mean, about the Black Lives Matter thing, it's not like I don't stand with the people or anything like that. But sometimes I don't agree with, you know, I'm just an independent because sometimes I just don't agree. Like one time, the black community was mad at Starbucks and R. Kelly at the same fucking time. Like, I couldn't step in the name of love into Starbucks and get a cup of coffee. It was ridiculous. Like, oh. And right now, they got this thing where they want to call not so nice white woman named Karen. I mean, not so nice white woman, they want to call them Karen. I don't agree. I have white friends who are wonderful named Karen. I say we call those women Karma. Because Karma has been a bitch forever anyway. Thank you. Thank you very much. And these are the things that I'm thinking about. And I'm grateful to be invited out tonight, to be outside. Thank you very much for getting me from in front of the news. I've been watching way too much news. 24/7 just news. I know I'm watching too much news because I am concerned about the president right now. I'm like, oh my God, he looks tired. He looks like he's not feeling well today. You know, he was standing next to that guy with the corona the other day. It's ridiculous. I'm worried about the president. But he makes me laugh. He does. I support his comedy. One day I turn on the TV. I do. One day, this is the truth. You know, I couldn't make this up. You probably saw it too. I turned on the TV. He was standing there holding an L-bib. Oh, sorry, a Bible. I tell you, this is what's happening to me, people. This is what's happening. I'm becoming a germaphobe. So terrible. So virtual hugs to everyone. That's all I can do. Thank you. How's everybody's relationship? Anybody in a relationship during the pandemic? You just laugh. That's it? That's how your relationship is going? I don't blame you. Mine too. Trust me. And Comedy Cares really ripped it down booking me because they have touched on a lot of things. Look, it's a breast cancer show. I have breasts. I'm a lesbian. I like breasts. And I'm black. They killed it. They worked out all the barriers. Thank you. That's wonderful. I feel like I should get a scholarship after this. This is wonderful. Now, I really forgot my train of thought, but it's okay. That's another thing. The weed has been really good during the pandemic. I'm not complaining. Thank you. So yeah, I lost myself. Oh, the relationship thing, right? Yeah, I mean, I just want you to understand that just because I'm a woman who dates women, it doesn't mean that I understand women any better or that I'm having a better time than fellas. I'm going just as crazy as you are, trust me. The other day, I'm sitting there minding my business. Here she comes out of nowhere. I just finished bathing the dog and doing the laundry and doing the floors. Oh, I have all this energy. I don't have anything else to do. And I I'm too much of a punk to say it out loud, but trust me, I was thinking, how about shut up? You didn't do that. Shutting up needs doing. That's something we can do for both of us. So I don't think I have a whole bunch of time, but I just want to say that I'm very, very happy to be invited here. As you know, comedy clubs and all that have been closed, so all the comedians, it's like comedic blue balls. So thank you for letting me climax on your stage. I've been constipated. We need this. We need this. The Zoom thing is a little bit different, you know. Have you done Zooms? It's really different. It's really something. And the first one I did was actually really good, and they had a virtual audience and everything, but I'm so paranoid from watching the news and Dr. Fauci and all these people. They had a virtual audience. In the virtual audience laugh track, someone coughed, I fucking hung up. That's not what we're doing. As a matter of fact, the only thing I love about doing Zoom shows is that you can do them with no pants on. Okay? That's right. Just sit at the table with a hat and a shirt and tell jokes. Thousands of people. I had a wonderful, wonderful time with you all. Thank you for allowing me to speak. Stay one love. Stay safe. Wear your mask. The only thing that I am not going to comply with during this pandemic, the only thing I refuse to wear, I'll wear the mask, I'll wear the gloves, but I will not wear a girdle. Some part of my body will have the freedom to roam wherever it chooses. Thank you very much. I've been Nikki Carr. Thank you very much. Follow me on Instagram, comedian Nikki Carr. Thank you. Peace.
We're the Vangelis, the Italian family, the Vangelis, and my name is Antonio, Al Dente Vangeli. There he is. Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? I'm Antonio Al Dente Vangeli. Maybe you recognize me from the pizza box. That's me. And let's see, but I got the whole Vangeli family here tonight. The whole Vangeli family. Let's see, we got I got my cousin Petey. Petey, come on in here. Here he is. Oh, we got to greet him with a traditional Italian greeting. Everybody know the traditional Italian greeting? Hey, look here, hey. Here he is. Okay, next we got Mama Rosalina, Maria, Angelina, Mia, Vangeli. There she is, everybody. We call her Mama Mia for short. There she is. Hey. Now, the reason we're here tonight is because I prepared a really nice Italian meal in memory of Grandpa Vangeli, who just passed away. But tonight we have Widow Vangeli, the Widow Vangeli. Come on in here, Widow Vangeli. There she is. Oh, hey, there she is. All right, Mama, come on in. Oh, Mama. All right, sit down, Mama. I'm boiling some water. I'm boiling some special spaghetti I made. So I got some special spaghetti I made because we lost Grandpa Vangeli. He passed away, as they say. That's terrible. What kind of show is this? All right. Well, so tonight I'm going to sing a big traditional Italian song. If you know the words, you can sing along. This is a song that Papa taught me when I was just a spicy meatball. I asked him, where do meatballs come from? And he taught me this song. So you can start it up whenever you're ready. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Okay. Here we go. On top of spaghetti, all covered with cheese. I lost my poor meatball when somebody sneezed. It rolled off the table and onto the floor. And then my poor meatball, it rolled right out the door. It rolled in the garden and under a bush. And then my poor meatball was a nothing but mush. But the mush was so tasty, as tasty can be. And by the next summer, it grew into a tree. The tree was all covered with moss. And on it grew meatballs and a tomato sauce. If you eat spaghetti all covered with cheese, hold on to your meatballs. And don't ever sneeze, little girl, and onto the floor. And then your poor meatball will roll right out the door. It'll roll in the garden and under a bush. And then your poor meatball will be nothing but mush. The mush is so tasty, as tasty can be. And by the next summer, it grows into a tree. The tree will be all covered with moss. On it will grow meatballs and a tomato sauce. So if you eat spaghetti all covered with cheese, hold on to your meatball and don't ever sneeze. And don't ever sneeze. Oh, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, both of you. Thank you. I gotta.